Okay, this is the Falcon Heavy launch on December 28th, 2023. I'm using a Nikon Z9 camera with the Nikon 800mm f5.6 lens and a 1.4 teleconverter, which yields about 1100mm focal length. Now, this is obviously handheld, so tiny bit of motion on my camera creates a huge bit of motion in the image. I apologize for that. The rocket tracking hardware and software would run around $20,000. I'm not able to do that, and so it is hand held. And so it's on a gimbal on a tripod, but the motion is controlled by my hands. So you can see the Falcon Heavy. It's 3-core rocket. It's the center core and 2 side cores. Each core has 9 rocket engines, yielding a total of 27 rocket engines and about 5 million pounds of thrust. Today, the rocket is carrying Space Force's super secret space plane. Obviously, it can't be super secret, otherwise they wouldn't be advertising the time it's launched and all of that. You could likely determine the trajectory and track of the space plane orbit if you cared to, but of course we're not doing that here. Now, as it gets higher in altitude, it's already past max Q. You see, it was just passing a star there. The plume from the 3 rocket it's getting wider, and the trajectory is leveling out. It's going less vertical, more horizontal. We're going to be approaching the point here where the 2 side boosters are going to burn out. It's not main engine cut out, because the 9 main Merlin engines on the center core will continue to burn. But you can see the side cores falling away, and there's a little residual burning with the side cores. I apologize for all the motion, but it is what it is, right? Handheld here. And so you're going to get the jellyfish effect from those 2 side cores continuing to burn. That's the jellyfish effect there. The night was a very clear night, very unpredictable. I wish I could know in advance which nights would be really clear like this, but those are off-gassing of the 18 Merlin engines that are on the 2 side cores as the 2 side cores begin to fall away. So that's what you're seeing there, a bunch of off-gassing. And of course, the center core, see if I can go back to it, is still burning for a while. Then it's going to burn out. There's the center core right there. So there's the 2 9 engines still burning from the center core. Now the 2 side cores are going to, I think I got a shot of them there. They're falling. They're going to re-enter and land back at Kennedy Space Center. And I'll try to catch those initial landing burns. This is the second stage. So the 9-core center stage has separated, and the second stage is burning. You could see a bit of a plume from the second stage. The center core will land on one of the drone ships. So that's what you won't see that, because it's going to continue a ballistic trajectory. It'll do its own reentry burn and continue to one of the drone ships that's out at sea. That's the center core. The second stage is burning to continue to lift the space plane into its orbit. And And so that's kind of what you see there is just the center stage burn. At one point, I'm going to veer back to the two side cores as they begin their re-entry burn. I don't think I saw the center core re-entry burn. That's going to be probably 60 miles downrange, and I don't think I caught that. But this is the second stage, which is also 60 miles downrange, 80 miles downrange at this point. And the second stage is still burning. It's a single engine on that second stage, and it continues to lift the space plane into its trajectory. I'll also jump to, at some point, we're going to see the fairings, the two fairings, fall away from around the space plane. And I'm not sure if I see it yet, but I did see that in real time. And if I notice it, I'll point it out to you. Obviously, it's jumping around quite a bit as it's handheld, unfortunately. Still the second stage. So we're past MECO, or main engine cutout, and oh, there is one of the re-entry burns on one of the two side boosters as it's falling. Actually falling towards my backyard. And so, there we go. And that is the landing burn. Landing burn behind the trees. And it's pretty much it. I think I get a shot of the moon here at the end.